Welcome to another installment of Friday videos at Vizwik. This is Simon Goving here, and today I'm going to show you how to use our debugger. Oftentimes you're working on a program and you want to understand how it's behaving, and sometimes walking through the code is the best way to do that. So here I'm going to show you how to do that. We have our Factorial app open. And I'm going to just enter a number here and see how it works. You just type in a number and boom, it computes factorial. Well, how does it do that? Well, if you go over to the button here, you can see that the button launches the on button tap script. So if I click on that, you can open that up and you can see how the code is displayed there. Now, inside of that, I want to know what's going on, and we can step through each one of these operators by starting off at the top, right-clicking, and putting a breakpoint on it. Now, if I run the program again, it's not going to do anything, but over here, there's a little icon that matches the icon on the top here, which is a pause kind of stop sign type thing. And if I click on it, and then I click the end button again here, you'll notice that this time the script stops and it highlights it in green, showing you which script is running, and the operator that is now running is selected, and as well as you can see the breakpoint is selected as well. So these other buttons that apparently or that normally are unhighlighted are now available. And I have two of them. The first one is to run the program to the next breakpoint. So if I click that, it's going to go and disappear. And then they'll unhighlight these because there was no next breakpoint. We only have one. So it completed the entire program. The other one over here is basically says play to the current operation in the script. So if I click that again, and now I can click here and I can start stepping through the code, and it will start executing piece by piece. Now you notice here it's gone, and the ones that have executed turn green. It's executing the match inside of the block here first to check whether or not to execute the rest of this code. If the value is true. Now how do I know if the value is true? Well, if I move my mouse over top of the values, you can see what's coming out of each output. And here I have the value 4, which is a string that you can see over in the field, and over here I have the value true. And what's saying is the value coming out of here, is it a number? And that's true. Yes, it is. Therefore, if it matches this match, I will now execute the rest of this code and start walking through it. So what it'll do is it'll get the output, the string here, and then start executing factorial. And what it's going to do is it's going to call this other function over here. And as I do that, you'll notice it pops it open and starts executing right away. You can see the values coming in on all of these coming as well to tell you what's happening. And here we're going to go to the next case, which is because the value that's coming into the factorial is 4. It's not 0 or 1 as it was in the previous example here. You can see it's not 0. It's going to continue executing, and I'm going to run through it. Now I'm making a recursive call here. And so we're going to go back and forth and continue calling the same function over again. And you can see that because we have a stack in our console telling you that factorial is being called 3 times, and then it's going to get called a 4th time, and then a 5th time, until it finally reaches the value of 0. And now it's going to start unwinding in the stack and coming back and coming back and coming back. And you can see the stack is unwinding here, and it's creating that multiplication value that's returning back, and you can see the values coming back here, 6, and then multiplying by the previous value, which was 4, and so forth. And now factorial actually has a value, and it's going to return that value to the concatenate, which is the value 24. And concatenate is going to take the factorial string here, factorial equals, and the value 24, and this is what you see over here in this on the simulator. And finally, it's done. There you go. And then the whole program is completed and it runs. Now, as I said before, you can also run to the next breakpoint. So you can put more than one breakpoint on. And if I click here again, it's going to start here. And then if I click this run to next breakpoint, it will then stop at the next breakpoint. And then you can put breakpoints anywhere in your code if you want to. And if you want your program to just keep running, just click on this breakpoint button and it will run the program to completion and so forth. So that way you can debug your program. You don't have to remove these debug elements if you don't want to, but if you do want to, just right click on it again and click remove breakpoint and it'll get removed and away you go. So that's debugging. Have fun and enjoy playing with Vizwik. Thanks.